I have been teaching Vectorworks for a long time, but this is an Archicad file. I've been teaching Archicad for a few years now, and there are some things that I think are really important about Archicad, and that is to make sure that you understand what the properties are. For example, let's select this wall here. All these walls are grouped together, so I'm going to suspend groups for a moment so I can have a look at one wall at a time. This is really important, this area here. So the linked stories, this is saying that this wall here starts on the ground floor. This is its home story. This is where it lives. But it's linked to the roof story. So the challenge with that is that the roof is 2 stories up. What we should really have is this linked to the floor above, first floor. And you can see straight away, huge improvement. Here's my first floor over here. So I'm going to turn my suspend groups back off. So now let's select all of those, and we're going to link these to the first floor above. And straight away, the walls look so much better. These walls here, all these walls need to be selected. And again, we have this linking of the ground floor walls to the roof above. We really need to link those to the story above, first floor, and suddenly the walls look so much better. So let's go through the settings and actually have a look at see what the settings are all about. So this is the street level or datum. This is the ground floor, the first floor, and the roof. So let's have a look at our settings. So here we've got the street level. It's got 600 millimeters or 2 feet, 24 inches to the next story up, which is the ground floor. So all of your mesh, ground, all of the site context, all should be here on this story here, the street level or the datum. So we've got 600 millimeters to the next floor above. So this is the ground floor or first floor if you're American. And the ground floor here is 600 millimeters above the ground. So that's good. It means that the house is sitting above the site. This part here, height to next, think of this as being the floor-to-floor height, 2455. It's actually very short. If you think about it, 2455, you've got to put the floor structure in here now. So we've got probably 300 millimeters for floor structure, which only leaves us a 2100 headroom, which is really very low. This should really be higher, probably at least 2700 millimeters or 9 feet. And you can see as soon as I've done that, it's automatically changed this number here. So this is the first floor. So the first floor is 3300, and then we've got the roof is a story above. It's not the way I prefer to do it. I prefer to have this story here, this elevation here, the same as this one, which would be 3300. So that the roof story is the same as the walls supporting it. Now, it may not make a difference when you've got a simple hip roof, but when you get into a complex building, it becomes really vital to have that setting. So let's have a look and see what happens. So click OK. Notice these walls automatically changed. We've got the walls here automatically changed. This is changed as well. And if we have a look at this roof, here it is here, the elevation is 0. So I'm going to change this roof, make it 2700. That's where my roof is. These walls here are linked to the roof above. I would make them unlinked so that I can physically type in the height for those 2700. So that's how I would do it. I'd make sure that those are separated in that way so that we can link them. Now, what's the next problem? The next problem is all this information here should be on top of this information, and it's not. So I'm going to have to go back to my floor plan and change that. There it is here, the ground floor. Let's select all that information. I'm going to group all that together so I don't lose any of it, and I'm going to physically move it. This is where everything should be drawn, inside these elevation markers. So let's grab this information here. I'm going to use my Control D or drag, so I can click on that corner to start moving. Come across here. We want that corner to line up with this corner here. And I got the tick. Cool, so it all lines up. Now that I've lined those up, if we go back to a 3D view, we should find everything lines up now. I just need to fix my walls and put in my floor, but it's a huge improvement and everything is starting to work together. And remember, we need some height for the floor in here. So there we are. That would be my solution to solving some of those issues. I'm going to go back to the ground floor. That's fine. Let's go to the first floor. That's this one here. So these walls here need to be changed so that they are not linked and we can put in the height that we want. Now, an easy way to do that would be to select the wall tool, do Control A so it selects all the walls together. Let's unlink all the walls, and then we can change the elevation, 2700, and that should correct all of the walls. Let's have a look in 3D. So now you notice that it's updated, and I now have my complete building with all of the walls at the correct height and all the stories correctly located. Changing the floor to floor height also will change the stairs that are connected between the stories. Let's have a look to see if that's updated our elevations. There we are. That elevation's updated. So is that one, that one. Oh, they're all looking really good now. They're all lining up and fitting correctly. Let's just check our drawings. Look at our elevation drawing. There they are. They've updated and they're now in the correct location. So, thanks for watching.